crowd.
Look, that neon. That East Pimble. I wonder where that is now. We went in groups. Here's the connectors on the silver pins. Look at the harnesses. There's a lot of activity. You see the solder pot? 10-year solder, cool it, boom, you're done.
Is she actually testing a board now?
Now that looks like a logic board with nothing on it, or very little. Just the initial test of the board.
Are you the manager? Or?
No, I'm mechanical engineer.
Okay.
There's Jim.
Manager? No, I'm even new here
Thanks for
myself.
helping me figure out who he was.
Here's where we do some modifications, some holes, peanuts.
Once again, small groups of us went around. Maybe groups of 15 or 20 from what I remember. It's amazing these playfields didn't get scratched. You can see very hands-on, very labor-oriented. Those are the rails that were on the other side of the field. The wood rails, the guides. You can't see. But see, they have a jig for everything. Now putting in the wire forms that keep the ball from getting stuck under the plastics. You see the wood? That makes sure he pounds it in the exact length. Remember, I was making these videos for me. I never thought I'd be sharing them with millions of other people all these years later. And that keeps the lock nut, or the piece from moving inside, coming out. That one screw. Still used today. Oh, look. Dreaded Loctite. Oh, yes. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. That's normally called a rotisserie. So you can turn the playfield over as you check the different components to make sure your wiring is good. Wasn't it neat to see the progression as they go, as we moved around? Fortunately, we weren't terribly rushed, so we had time to stop and look. Oh, look, there's the goodie box. See that cardboard box in there? Data East used to pack spare parts. In that, a lot of you wouldn't know that because the boxes are usually gone. They would put drop targets and plastics and all kinds of spare parts for you. Here's somebody doing tests with a tie, a dress shirt and a tie. That looks like an ordering board or something. Look, all those back glasses, and there they are. Checkpoint. That's right up there. Do you see that? They're very, very unique because they are test pieces that Data East released, and they tested it, and the game didn't test well. So they went back up on the shelf. Now look at the colors on the cabinet. That's not how the game was released. You see, they took this cabinet and they repainted it, rethemed it when they put in the new tiny dot matrix glass, so they could get the first one out on the market. As a matter of fact, here's the back glass of the original game that shows you the two windows for the original alphanumerical display. That picture came from ipdb.com and .org. I almost forgot. And it's interesting because that's the only picture we have. But guess what? Later in this video, you are going to see a test checkpoint actually being played, because they took one of those off the rack and set it up either later that night or the next night. I don't remember when. I think it was the last night we were there. So that's coming. More tests. See, as you can see, the game is pretty well assembled. Can you imagine hearing that music all day for weeks? I love it, but all day long. But see, he's testing that back right flashing. It was nice that Data East came up with a better test menu as they progressed with these boards over the years. This was a good test. The color's back. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. We're going to fire the camera. Constant testing. Data East tested their games thoroughly, just like Stern does. Tons and tons of testing to make sure everything is working good. Do you see that? I froze the picture. That game under the sheet, I'll move it a little more. That is the next game. And they put the green light on it. They didn't have a back glass in it. And it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We're not sure if that was the game, but they had that set up for all the people to go, what could it be? Look at the two guys there. They wonder, what could it be? But they didn't want anybody to know. It was going to be the big surprise, the big reveal. But I thought that was pretty clever how they did that. The speculation, see, everybody's wondering. You know, we have another assembly video at Jersey Jack Pinball. So if you'd like to watch that, I'll put a link at the end so you can see the production on there. That was pretty neat too. Now this is the power box with the volume control right inside the front door of the machine. guess we kind of swung around the other corner.